Ikumane wa bilu yaga le moya waka walumeja Ikumane le rato raka le moya waka walumeja Karele bilu yaga iri yes Karele moya waka uri Karele bilu yaga iri yes Karele moya waka uri
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to R821 podcast, the very first episode ya R821 podcast. Ke lamuela and ya khalali mike zor khalali meji episode ye ore de igwe episode ya mathomo anama R821 podcast. Vele ngaye fitile ke swere mojaji madodo wa ro jorna like kutumile bya ani gwa fasi, and then we have tagwelelela eva a successful optometry gela worle kondo ba patient le nna ya re dile episode maranga ye fitile R821 podcast episode ya mathomo ketakateka mada. This is a podcast for the people by the people. So thank you very much for tuning in. Yes, our very first episode and I'm R821 podcast featuring Leyena Mojaji Mado. Welcome to R821 podcast, man. Hey, I've been meaning to do this with you, Mara. Hey, I'll come name fit.
I'm always busy. Now, so my problem schedule here and I very you want me during the day ke plug me go.
I when I guess our name Tomomo R821 podcast. I hope this is going to be a great show. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Optometry, because obviously you're there, but then you've been all over the place. TV, left, right, center, radio. It's all more guys. Who's Mojaji Mado?
Mrs. Optometrist. If you want to introduce me more R821, they know me as Mrs. Optometrist because I remember now going to Tamodi or Cosway when I get my case gizzle. So wait that Mrs. Optometrist back in post the logo Facebook. So gonna bag up or no man, I can be Mrs. Optometrist. So now I'm no longer ashamed. I'm the one that introduces myself as Mrs. Optometrist.
Okay, before the trauma. Yeah. So before the trauma, in the last 2 months, we will more TV. How many TV channels and how many radio stations in the last 2 months?
I have lost count, but in Gadia back near was work a guy.
When you go Newsroom Africa,
Soweto TV, Power FM, Kaya FM, Tobela FM, Mutwedding FM, Radio 2000. What's the other one? There are many, man. Capricorn.
But were you never seen all of this?
Listening FM. Yeah?
Were you never seen all of this like interviews and stuff?
No, again, I'm totally confident, but yeah, Newsroom Africa, you see, when I started, because it was the first interview that I had. So Gibili never Tom, but in a very and then got more legs like Mrs. Optometrist, you know yourself, you have to do this. So but at first I was so nervous.
Yeah, before we get into all that, let's talk about your journey from the beginning. Let's talk about growing up as a pastor's child. So how was that journey been like?
So that's give a strong because both the community expect so much from me and like but who by not to really or like until one has to behave in a certain manner. So you know if and then bottom our bagawa so until anxiety. So give it anxiety as a young child friendship jadi last time. Yeah, the friendship just last because anxiety and then I had insecurities. So because it's sure like because if but baba nagar or baba ganna so yeah, like I lost confidence. Maybe the what person maybe one day I will do better because I was just one lower get plagi chava well and they get plagi do the it's not confident. But I believe it is inbuilt to be who I am. That's why I don't regret anything in my life. I've been through a lot more than that. I don't regret anything. Like I appreciate by being a part of my upbringing.
Yeah, but for now, for sure, all that doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't
about
matter.
you never, because now for sure making money. Eh? Hey, maybe for sure. No, you're getting a big bag now, eh?
Not really. Not really.
Come
We are
on.
trying.
I don't
No,
tell you.
not really.
I
We
don't
are
tell you.
trying.
I don't tell you. We're trying.
No, I'm not lying. We are trying. We're not yet there.
Hey. Okay. So like then now you grew up as a pastor's child. So did you
Yeah.
just as a young girl, like what was that experience? Because obviously, hey, how was that experience for you?
Yeah, it was bad. Go back and get. We have an trailer. Like Nago this one. I'm very confident. Gay be like again. Gideon Marabai Toma or Palgan. One am to a jolly girl like Patoma Jaja Otoma over low self-esteem. So I stopped doing those things. Joy again. Gay bella like the green. Like until our boy flow is down or am I enough, man? Am I a bad person, even if you are not? So experience like it was so bad because you have to date who could say losing need to then
Yeah.
so you had to build the image, but at the same time was in so it was a bit difficult. Yeah.
Let's talk about life after matric. You pass matric, then Veleni or you're going to university. So
Yes.
how did it come about or choose optometry as a career? Because for sure everybody wants to hear that, or like what inspired that decision for you to do optometry, because you are now one of the successful optometrists in Limpopo.
Okay, so now course ya optometric izibile gidi grade 8 guy we go rubya lo go ba muleti wa pepa bomme bo ba ilwa la mat ba ba ntse ba ba tsba cause ba dija papa bo ba blind so be tsa bo rona lo khoso ba ro ke optom so bomme bo ba je ba isa mankweni re ba isa di optometrist ba check mato. That's why ke thomile ba le rato la optometric, and then ba ithokofala ba thokfa de lo ra ba bondo ba phela ba complain ga mato. So because she was my favorite, we get like I got Tom about in Taylor, normal since you get your optometry, and then get to choose someone you know thoroughly. So I give it a you L, yep, or
University of Limpopo.
Yes, I give University of Limpopo you L, get you L. So I give you L, I got Tom Guyana degree. So and then but when I little trailer or but it as a doctor, I give a doctor for years. Even working with Mrs. Opti, that's why I said when I said Mrs. Optometrist, and we not do drama always when they have to take my. So Gatama we doubt because maybe I'm doing the wrong course. You understand? So
wait,
but
so the time you started doing optometry going University of Limpopo, but you're not a doctor because Udia Kosoya 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I we analiza zauri even if I can be Miss Opti, so you talk about we doubt zauri mara maybe I see Kosoya straight mara like lo jam kano until get tagana libundo mumarke postal mobile. He's from Amakale. He's an optometrist, so he was our lecturer, our part-time lecturer. So gimutal zarich gina na orgile kose you're wrong. Wasn't trying past stress because I was so confident about this course. Get more idea, but get literally so get more motivated. Better one bunch a lot of successful optometrists that are young and stuff like that. So get more not man. But well, Mrs. Optometrist, Mara, I can be Mrs. Optometrist if I want to. So I have to start living according to that lay. So this is a motivation to someone who don't listen. You can change and live that way if you want.
Ah, that's true. Eh?
Yes.
So now, we learn University of Limpopo in which year?
2016, because he graduated. Let me think. 2016. He told me the first year 2017.
2017. Oh,
18,
so Mara, how's the
19.
course? Was it difficult? You would like within the course? Because hey, I'm very curious. Or really, like course optometry.
I was a best student where I used to win the Kapuja optometrist. So it was difficult, but I was a hard worker. I remember as a pastor's daughter, so that's what I'm saying. I was depressed at that moment, but I thank them because I believe they played a role in my upbringing. Because they give us like as much as they give but now I made sure I have to study because but and this is gonna hurt my parents if I come back home.
Wait. Whatever was in school.
Yes, there was a rumor that I in school. I know Bongwise, but there's a rumor that I in school. I'm just there with guys. You see, things like that.
Yeah,
Which doesn't really matter anymore. It's not something that matters anymore. So until I became pusher so hard to study, but at the same time, I had to remember about my grandmother because I promised myself for Norman, I had to do this course to help her. So both these things played a role. Both the negative and the positive part of it played a role in. Yes, so there were the negatives still the pusher, the positives still the pusher. So it was just neutral.
Go guy away P30 lights. Go guy can. But would you have real challenge? When am I connecting to Huawei P30 light? This phone is expensive. I told you have money.
Don't start. This phone you get me very 2018.
Is it?
Yes, I don't invest in phones. I don't buy phones. I just have I have a nice phone or picture, but I don't really invest in phones. Now my whole life is based on optic eye care optometrist. So what children now I invest back in my practice. The phone they don't really matter, but having a nice phone, everyone should do. So I would advise anyone to buy an iPhone if they have money. Like, they must have a nice phone.
So when I was suffering from black text, how's it for you? Black text?
Not really. Not really. I'm not suffering. So I cannot lie. I agree. But I get some lower yeah, I'm not suffering from black text. Engari, I'm suffering from black text. I will be lying.
But you know, black text is a problem in South Africa, man. Because the moment as a child, if like it's not necessarily black text, but like we have to do as black children. What the moment you make a bit of money, you need to give like the guy. So that's why like a lot of people must struggle with that thing because there are a lot of things that but like guy into a expect from you. So you 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like you a lot of children suffer from you. Like there's a lot of expectations from home. Like expecter we 1, 2, 3 expecter we into so it's really a challenge, but you can really as black people because obviously a guy if I struggle you must be the breadwinner. So fast forward Arabega varsity and further varsity, but then okay, now I already with this conversation, but through your final year, RJ the audience through what happened final year.
So I have a baby girl, by the way. I fell pregnant via final level. That's where the name Mrs. Optometrist started. They were talking about Mrs. Optometrist and what was so it was so bad because I remember this other group here Instagram back at the BTR. So by that time we were separated. So people used to give things like the Miss Optometrist we just talked about PT all of a guy and stuff like that. So it was so bad because I was experiencing a lot of cyberbullying. I was pregnant. I was writing my exams. So those things I had to be smart. So what I did, I deactivated my Facebook when I was doing final level. The time I was pregnant, I deactivated my Facebook. Then I got final level. I did perform well because I was praying every time while I was studying, but the pressure was just too much on me. So Mara immediately is no better because I gave birth. I started working in Pretoria, so things started being better for me. And remember, it's only because the baby did live. Like it was Katria. I was writing my exams. I'm a pastor's child. There are people by Luru. They are laughing on me. I'm afraid to go home. Like there were a lot of things that were happening at final level. Yeah. Yeah.
So you mentioned cyberbullying. So because I know cyberbullying is a big problem, especially now as we are living in a social media age. So what advice would you give to someone suffering from cyberbullying, as well now you're one of the people who experienced cyberbullying?
Now what I did, Gore, I deactivated my Facebook. I wanted my space alone. So what I can advise Gore at that moment, because sometimes you can go and report to our police embassy attended. If you feel like but about your cyberbullying, they are smart sometimes. I don't know. They don't really write your name, but you know and they're laughing at you. So you cannot go and report them at the police because but you can feel. So now what I did, Gore, I deactivated my Facebook and then was really fake account. I remember they suffer from Draver after deactivating the Facebook, overly fake account. I check all the woman baba. So I can know how on Facebook at all. That's why now when I came back, more social media, I'm able to interact with everyone. I'm not bitter over anyone because I tag man. Like it just didn't really. So now you really in that thing here, I'm peaceful and then I have a peaceful heart. So here I forgave everyone, who did everything. Even I don't even know or it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
So let's talk about pregnancy. How it's difficult even because I imagine I'm like pregnant on my exam. Like because as a guy, I can't imagine being pregnant, of course, but exam university even.
That's why I went to thank God because not place. The days I was breaking down, I was crying like I can't do this anymore. And then I was praying or when I tell my parents about this by in a good way because I know they didn't expect or instead really degree I would come back with a baby. But when I I'm pregnant, they accepted it like my passport. So you begin a hope on the other side. You know what? I have to batswadi ba ka bang support, but at the same time le ngwana yo o tlo needa. So the travel pregnancy le yona play courage your mama, just focus on your studies, focus on getting, because ngwana o tlo need awareness. As much as when you feel like you are not strong, you have to be strong for this child.
So who did you tell your first? Is it your mother or your father? Because I know fathers are not simple. So like who did you tell first? Was it your mother or your father?
It's my father.
Father first?
Yes, like my father, he's very strict, he's very loving. My father is very loving, is it?
Seriously?
Like he's very, yes, he is. He's protective mara. Like so Boba Baba can visit her university every weekend. Sometimes we're not really busy because I don't want to go home, but Boba Baba visit her. So I was so that delay because so I was just crying in the car from Polokwane to home and then give more conversation to me, why you kill her? So the Toma Batalo social media I was social media yeah, so get some one or believe on but tomorrow I'm pregnant. And then I saw the reaction at first, like they were not happy, but they were feeling pity for me, like more especially situation in So when we got home, we had a meeting. He told my mom, and but no, I have finished the exam. I still give up. I have finished the exam, and then we'll take care of the baby once I am miracle.
Yo, man, you because hey, they're not that supportive, and then they're not aware or they're just all the idea. I think they played a very big role because the moment all pregnant, you're going through your exams. Support
Yes.
But you need to support at that time. So let's talk about your baby date. What happened between the two of you? You guys broke up after the baby or before?
Before.
For the baby. Oh, okay. But did you know like when you guys broke up? About they were like we mean.
Yeah, so I wasn't a lot much character your baby daddy because as much as we have our own differences, he's still the father of my child and I respect him for that.
Yeah.
So so I'm not gonna discuss further into because I guess what a podcast you have to be open. But I don't want to discuss further. Yeah.
So fast forward, then from varsity to a graduator, then did you just open your optometry directly or what happened? Because obviously
I
now
went to
my first idea in email again. Did you open optometry? Where did you get the capital? About to see like what was the procedure? Like did you raise money or kind of your first company or what happened after or graduate? So take us through after graduation, what happened, or like everything that happened after graduation.
ke tsamaile ka ya Pretoria ha Maskral. Okay, ke fetše ngwala ka di 3 ja March ka thoma bereka ka di 8 ja March. So ka re ke ro fetša ngwala weekend yona ba mfunda ba rutma le merele a Maskral. So ka thoma bereka Maskral Jubilee Mall. The reason re fetše ngwala ka March ke baka la COVID. Ke re bona re dira ngwala exam la. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
COVID,
ke thoma ibi 2020 ya COVID. So 2021 ka thoma bereka ha Maskral. Kolora matsatsa. So I was saving more than half of my salary. They couldn't help me because remember naga is about 5. They are funding 5 of us. So bagas for non challenge but na practice. Yes, support I wanna play the role because they were supporting me there and there. Marigi Toma save a child practice because at first the Lubano went on okay, was apply public hospital, then you can work patient fund or like a normal life. Yes, that was their advice. But not because I knew or no man, I have to be Mrs. Optometrist. So Gatomo save more than half of my salary. I worked for Colorado as optometrist. Got resign. Optometrist. I only worked for 1 month, and then got some spectacle hat optometrist, which is Malamulela. And then I worked there. So rather the whole year, I was working saving more than half of my salary. You can count it or more than half of your salary when I give a little white saver. Whether I deliver. But when I started with optometry practice, that site a shop right the I just bought the basic things. I just bought the basic things because I didn't have money. So, and then I started advertising more R81. That's why I'm saying, as much as but R81 by they build us, they support, they are so supportive. Little they can break us sometimes, but they are so supportive. So they supported me. To be honest, I believe we're optic IKE me today because of R81. So they supported me. Gatomogia teledrelori and in the practice. Gatomo investor back into the practice. That's why I moved from the place that I was working at a nice place, and then Garaga all the machines short. But it's because of the income you optometry practice. So, and I believe they supported me, and I really appreciate them for that.
How much was half your salary? 20,000.
But salary gaya optometrist optometrist
everybody wants to know what if like school when you got the optometry, but obviously all the optometry I go obviously, but people want to know like how much is an average salary optometry. People want to know. It's not a secret, because then I can tell you like
secret. Nah.
No, like nah. This interview is not about me, it's about you.
Salary is a secret. Because now the Rosette is my best friend. So if I can tell you how much do we add, I'll be telling people how much is wrong.
No, but at least in estimation, just because Mutrei Joe has been like everybody will have that sense on our relevant.
Yeah. Didn't talk about someone's salary unless if we were in optometry again.
Yeah.
Optometry. I'm paying this much. How much are you paying? Yes, we can talk because of the value. Maybe we are advising. Maybe they should increase your salary. Guy. No, I don't do that.
Okay, let's talk about the interviews that you had. The first one was Newsroom Africa, which that one you like village. How was the experience, man?
It was so nice. Like I've always wished to be on TV, even though if it's like acting, I know I'm not good at acting. So, but I always wished that one day I can be on TV. So that was a dream come true to me.
So you never
so happy. at first every Toma because of one of the camera and particularly the camera and one of
So how is it come like what are they like the camera? What they like?
Yeah, una le the camera, una le through this speaker, una le baba le did all the makeup. So you know everyone is looking at you. It's like interview and one in nale limpo, agirbegidia limpo le bona in nale mporeto. Mara naga work we know an we are many.
Of course,
Yeah. So you are also nervous because of that.
Yeah,
Mara, the experience was so nice. I wish it can happen every day, but yeah.
So after newsroom, after the interview, Newsroom Africa, we led to which interview?
Soweto TV.
Because
I think the Newsroom Africa is Sunday night in the morning, Monday, the Tomaga Soweto TV. From Soweto TV, Capricorn. Yeah. That's where I started having the interview. Don't get to my phone like over, but we saw you on Newsroom. Can you please do with Tabela FM? We saw you guys campaign.
So we did Newsroom Africa. We did Newsroom Africa. Why Soweto TV? Why from Soweto TV? Why Morgan?
Capricorn.
From Capricorn.
From Capricorn, Kaya FM. From Kaya FM, Power FM. From Power FM, Radio 2000. From Radio 2000, Daily Sun. From Daily Sun, Letaba Herald. From Letaba Herald, Listening FM. From Listening FM, Mutsuring FM. From Mutsuring FM, Toyala FM.
So these interviews, Baro Fonela, over what happens?
Yes, they call. You know, the journalists, I don't know, they okay. There's this. So I have my PR manager, Montolora, was working with who run the booking because then I cannot attend them. So we give a director to this other guy, so he can do everything because he's good in media. So Liana Mone who had a lot of bookings or so he's my PR, but when they want to talk with me, they send messages to him and then he will tell me, or you have an interview. Can I confirm out bookings?
Yeah, man, you have a manager. Are you big now?
I'm big. No, he's good. He's good. Like I can refer any person because he's not only working with me, he's working with the other one and he confirms booking. I heard from her or no, you can hire this person, will do well for you. So he's doing great. Yes.
Also, like the journalists, they see you maybe on Newsroom Africa, and then Newsroom Africa, Babo Janor, okay, I have this person, and then Newsroom Africa, another journalist calls you because they saw you on Newsroom Africa.
Or Akani can just communicate with them, or I'm a PR, yes, this person and what, and then they will call after that. Because Len, I think, is into media.
But the Newsroom Africa one was big, eh?
Yes, it was.
How did that interview come about?
It was Capricorn, ne?
Okay.
You want about Tomonia Gobali interviewing Capricorn, they had from Akani Mangela. You Mujur as my PR, so I had to hire someone as my PR because the city idiot Lojojas couldn't motivate who start. Then Akani started with Capricorn. From Capricorn, that's when Newsroom they started knowing about me. Newsroom because was actually date Sunday, but Capricorn was actually Monday. From there, yes, so from there, Akani all the bookings they are needed. I sponsor them when they have meetings, so I go there and I donate. So what happens, Gori, and I will just communicate, okay, she's gonna come and donate. Yes.
Mara, you should have had a great time because you were trending, she left out and center. Gori, you open your radio, you open your TV, newspaper, like you were everywhere the last few months.
Yeah. But now we are back, remember. Now we are back, remember.
Oh, now you are back at work, ne?
Yeah.
So, like, what do you think about Limpopo as a whole, especially with the focus on R81? What do you think? Because R81, for example, it's like prior to privilege, like unprivileged schools, like Golo and like so some of the kids baba and baba demotivated. So, what advice would you give someone like Rose and Asgolo Mugudu? So, like, what advice would you give that person or as give up a opilon?
a lebelele gore a draw some strength from batho ba e le gore ba tshwana le borena ba e le gore ba tsentse public school. That's why I go to discuss and I go to mo dikolong when they have functions give motivate bana ba matric. But with R81, I believe R81 has potential. I believe R81 has potential. You build that. Like the places didn't, you know, R81 R81 we can support each other. We have potential. So the other bad thing about R81 is the cyberbullying, which is also a good thing because breaker. So we must limit that. R81 must limit the cyberbullying because it's too much. But we are good. R81 is good at supporting each other. So even R81, if we want to build each other, we want to start the businesses, we can get support from each other. So we are going far. More R81 if we are going far.
But why is there too much jealousy though? What about jealousy? We compete financially. Like the one already like one of the course again. So
Gina the course again another way I guess we'll tell you a lot of Facebook again. Like but R81 all those villages so that's where the competition starts. But the competition here R81 is not even in a bad way because most people babali competition here they want to see themselves by Fanalimpo. And then they work towards that. Year wrong competition go unyago gebona we Fanalimpo, but instead of working towards Fanalimpo, Otomo bring her down again like about and I get it. R81 is at the end that they got cyberbullying. But on the other hand, cyberbullying they support it. So if we do positive, we will build each other. We have influence on each other. R81 is a whole influence on each other. So think about it if will go far.
I can it. I know. Thank you for this interview. But in closing, what impact do you want to make or R81 in the next 5 years? What impact do you want to make?
Okay, currently Optometrist binal one practice and my dream would branch out and then to employ scores of youth, more especially from R81, so that we can defeat unemployment rate. So even the person that is working for me now, but they're from R81. So my wish would be employ even more from R81 and then list Golonikia so that I can from R81 get career choices.
That's very, very powerful, man. I wish you all the best in the next 5 years. Thank you very much, ne?
Thank you so much, Paul.
All right, all the best, Mr. Peace out.
Killer the commander. Desi menzo was some low music. Guineazwe, 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 halele kanze, Guineazwe. Nkele buja, Guineazwe, halele kanze, Guineazwe, nkele buja.